Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
Good Tuesday evening, race fans. Welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and a live coverage of the Digital Sim Racing League. True Southern Florida Living Stock Car Series presented by BeefOBradys. The biggest, fastest circuit on the schedule. Michigan International Speedway tonight. 90 laps. 21 drivers checked in. Couple of minutes left in the happy hour session, and then these boys will get to qualify. Guys have been out here doing mock qualifying runs, long race runs. Everybody trying to figure out what's going to happen. The car is going to get loose as your run goes on. You just have to manage that a little bit. Should be a good one. Right now, Casey Graves is your current points leader, and he's got about a 103-point lead on Galen Gidman with 2 races to go. 111 back to Ross Cato, who's second most of the season, had a bad run last week and lost some ground. Then Michael Larch moved up with a good run last week into the fourth position, and Garrett Boyd moved up as well. Cliff Mullins missed last week's race, or had a bad night. He had a really bad night last week. That's what happened to Cliff. He had a really early exit last week, and he fell all the way to sixth. There are 6 drivers that have a shot at the championship right now. Casey Graves and then Galen Gibb and Ross Cato have a relatively good chance to get up there. Is a stretch for Larch, Boyd, and Mullins, as they are in the red right now. After tonight, we may see a couple of those guys even get into the gray, but we'll have to see, because I saw that Casey Graves was struggling a little bit. He is down about 15th in the practice. Get a look at one of the house cars. There is our presenting sponsor, BeefOBradys, number 24. Thomas Brandner behind the wheel. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt, Tiny Dancer. Beer tent needs to be in the shade. Hello, Ken. Welcome to another Tuesday night. Guys, we're full up around here. Monday, Tuesday, a Wednesday night. Midwest Truck Series. Be back at it tomorrow night. Road course, COTA. So we'll get to see him turning left and right. And then we're going to watch the FUN Road to Pro Series on Thursday night. We're going to try to watch a couple of these guys. A big cloud now across the speedway, and that should put a little bit of grip back in the track if it can cool down quick enough. Some guys already on track. Kevin Spaulding just rolled out in that Popinator, the 25. I moved Greg Smith as Spaulding is going to get smacked right there. Let's go watch this guy right here, the 69. Mike Forstner. He was third quickest in the practice session on his mock qualifying run, about a quarter second off of the 2 fast guys. Well, Boyd has a 4 consecutive race podium string going right now. 2 wins and a couple of seconds. And we'll see if he can keep that going tonight. Hello, Jersey. Watching the 69 of Mike Forstner. He was 37.7 in the practice session a little while ago. We'll see what he puts up this time. He's going to be one of the first to get there. Shoots it across the line, 38.007. Garrett Boyd just now rolling out. Dingagliano. There's Greg Smith, 37.91. Let's go watch the 12 Ross Cato just rolling off. Galen Gidman has yet to roll out. Lucas Hoitzma in the house, and he goes 37.86 and shuts it down. So he's the quick qualifier right now. Garrett Boyd is on a good lap. Here comes Stephen Pearson out of turn 4. We'll watch him real quick. See where he jumps to. Forstner third quick. Trevor Williams is fourth quick. Ryan Kamba, 37.83, and he doesn't get to keep it long because Stephen Pearson goes 37.80 and immediately bumps him down. Clapper in the 22, ninth quick at a 38.89. Here comes Boyd. I'm trying to keep up with these. I'm going to watch Michael Larch here as well. Garrett Boyd on his first lap, 38.17. Michael Larch in that number 4 machine had a good practice on Sunday night. He was pretty quick. And he will go by at 37.78. And immediately that engine expired. So Ross Cato coming out. Kobe Stidham back to action in the 36 car. He missed last week's race. Goes down to the very bottom here in turns 3 and 4. We'll see what kind of lap he puts up. Stidham across the bump and the line, and he's quickest, 37.66. Ross Cato now on his second lap. Going to bank everything on that lap. Yet to see Galen Gidman make his way to the racetrack. Cato. He'll go 6th quick at 37.87. Nobody else on the speedway at the moment. So it's Stidham, Larch, Pearson, Kemba, Hoytsma, and Cato. Then Smith, Forshner, Boyd, Blackley through the top 10. Williams, Gagliano, Mullins, Spalding, and Newell. The 15 cars that have taken time. Still about 8 guys have not. Tyler Stillwell, Dalton Hayes, Daniel Llewellyn, Casey Graves. Casey Graves is going to go to the back anyway. Michael Everett did not take time. Thomas Brander. Wow. A lot of guys that are going to the back, and they're probably going to save some tires. So Kobe Stidham will be on the pole tonight. Michael Larch moving out of that second starting position, going to the back. They'll move Stephen Pearson up there beside him. So let's take a look at the official starting lineup. Kobe Stidham in the 36 and Michael Larch in the 4, scheduled in row 1. Larch, he will drop to the back. Top 5 in points. Stephen Pearson and Ryan Kemba, the 83 and 204, and that'll move Kemba to the outside of the front row. Then it's the 46 of Lucas Hoytsma and Ross Cato in the 12 car. Cato also relegated to the back via top 5 in points. Greg Smith in the 6 and Mike Forshner, the 69. They'll start row number 4, inside and out. The 21 of Garrett Boyd will vacate the inside of row number 5 in move to the back, as he is also top 5 in points. And Matt Blackley will remain there in that 10th starting spot in the 9 car. Trevor Williams in the 1, Dean Gagliano the 81. They make up row number 6. Cliff Mullins the 44 and Kevin Spalding the 25 in row 7. Jeremy Newell the 22, and Dalton Hayes, newcomer to the series, in the 47, back in row 8. Then your points leader, Casey Graves, already going to the back. He and Galen Gidman together in row number 9 back there in the 94. Those two guys, 1 and 2 in the points. Thomas Brandon, the 24. Daniel Llewellyn in the 23. Row number 10. Row 11 is Tyler Stillwell in the 08. And Michael Everett in the 8 car. And then Dave Hoytsma, the 79, scheduled to start out back. He'll put 5 cars behind him once we roll off, so he will move up a good deal. "90 times around, the fuel window is about 19 to 20 laps. These drivers will pit at least 3 times tonight. They have 2 sets of tires in the pits. They had to start on their qualifying tires. Lucas Hoytsma in the 46 is also going to be taking the back row challenge, so he will go way, 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 way back there. As you can see, drivers are starting to work their way forward. Kobe Stidham, Stephen Pearson, Forshner and Smith, Blackley, Ryan Kemba. What is going on with Ryan Kemba? Kemba is moving to the back. The 1, the 81 side by side. Trevor Williams and Dean Gagliano. Row 4 now. In front of them, Matt Blackley and Greg Smith. Is Mike Forshner on the front row? Yeah, The 69 going to start right out front. He'll be on the outside next to Kobe Stidham. There is Mr. Michael Everett, the 16 car. Or no, the 8 car. I'm sorry. That was Tyler Stillwell in the 16. Supposed to be the 08, but he's the 16 car. So. Either way, we're in the start zone. The green flag is out, and we are underway. Tuesday Night Thunder. Stidham. Oh, 3 wide all already. Pearson's on the bottom. Forstner. Blackley in that 43 goes to the high side, and he's going to grab second quickly. Stay head up the backstretch. Greg Smith to 5th. He's got company because Trevor Williams now is alongside. Lap 1's always chaotic here. You'll see these guys 2 and 3 wide. Galen Gidman. 17th trying to work around and in between traffic. Go find Casey Graves. Well, he's right there, just behind Galen Gidman and Michael Larch. Car darted to the inside. That was Stillwell in that 16. Got a little loose, chased it down the hill. Here comes Michael Larch alongside, 3 wide. Lou Allen's on top. Gidman's in the middle. Gidman from the middle, got a good run through the center of the corner, and he'll pass both cars. That will move him to 15th, right behind Stillwell, who got loose the last time, coming out of turn number 2. Up front, Blackley. Around the high side, going to take the lead away from Kobe Stidham. Mike Forstner sees this, and he's going to try to hold serve there. It's not quite going to work out for him, but he's going to get very close to the bumper of that 36. He's going to push him right back alongside. And both cars will dip to the bottom around Blackley. Stidham, for the moment, back to the lead, slide across the nose. And Kobe Stidham back out front. Trevor Williams is right there. He has worked his way up from the 7th starting spot, and he's just trying to figure out which one of these 2 cars in front of him is going to move. Will it be the 43 on the outside or the 69 on the inside? I'll tell you what, we got a good peek of the 83 there. Stephen Pearson had a good run at Richmond, and he said he was kind of feeling some momentum. He might be able to pull off another top 5 here tonight, as Mike Forstner alongside Matt Blackley now. Only 5 drivers have made all 10 races previously. Is that correct, Scott? Well, I know Casey Graves is one. Ross Cato's probably one. Garrett Boyd is one. Michael Larch is one. And that's probably as many as I can just remember off the top of my head without cheating. 3 wide once again for second place. Man, these guys are just getting after each other early in this thing. You're going to get a little draft. You're going to get big runs, and I feel like you got to take them when you get them. And I think these guys kind of feel the same way. Williams around the high side, and now with a big run out of turn 2. Stidham going to try to cover him up, keep dirty air on that one car, and he just did not have enough to do it. They touched doors getting into turn 3. But Trevor Williams now out to the front. Stidham brushed the fence out of 4. Got in that dirty air off the one car. Brushed the fence, and it slowed him down. It slowed Blackley down just a touch, and Forstner made another move. Forstner just cannot get a pass made on the 36 or the 43 right now. Here comes Cliff Mullins. Oh! Contact. Greg Smith into the outside wall. That caused Gidman to have to take evasive maneuver, and he's going to be way offline behind Brandner here. T-Brand trying to work alongside the 81 of Dean Gagliano. Help me out, Scotty. Give me the fifth one. I'm positive I have 4. Give me the fifth one. Still side by side for 7th and 8th, and they almost touch out of 2. Gagliano, Brandner, Gidman. Boyd is now inside the top 10. Just cracked in there. Hoytsma and Graves behind that. And then there's the newcomer, Dalton Hayes. All black and yellow decked out. That McConey setup shop machine. He's right in front of Michael Larch. Ross Cato not making a lot of headway. Only picked up a couple of spots from where he started. And he may be playing the strategy, trying to save some tires, making sure he's saving a little fuel so that he can maybe get this thing so that splash and go is just a teeny tiny little bit. Greg Smith is on pit road. That right front, pretty damaged. Dave Hoytsma apparently did not make the call. So we started with 22. We're down to 21. But here's your leader, and he's clear by 3/4 of a second. Trevor Williams has a win earlier this season. Trying to make it to 43 car, way down. That was Matt Blackley. That was way down on that apron on the backstretch. He got so sideways out of 2. He's lucky he saved that, didn't hit anything down there. Lost a lot of spots. Mike Forstner now trying to make a move on Kobe Stidham up here. Get second place away from him. He just hasn't been able to clear that 36 car, and he's tried a couple of times. There comes the 6 of Greg Smith. Back on track. He's 3 laps down. But they got Mullins trailing Stidham and Forster and Stephen Pearson. Cars have gone by him. He has stayed 5th place. I don't even know how that works. Stephen Pearson still in the 5th spot, and then it's Brandner, Boyd, Lucas Hoytsma, Dean Gagliano, Casey Graves, and Graves goes by Gidman right here. Gidman was 3-4 cars ahead of him. As we saw the 21 of Boyd trying to run that Kyle Larson line up there, and that did not work out for him at all. Cliff Mullins up to, but not clear of the 69. He got in on that bottom line. He was going to try to slide job him. And Forstner had enough momentum to pull right back alongside. Forstner take the spot away, getting down to turn 1. I'll tell you what, Thomas Brandner got a good tug in the draft off of that 69 car, but he was so tight getting into turns 1 and 2, he's going to lose multiple spots here. Too wide, too deep from Pearson on back. And Mullins now around Forstner to take 3rd away from him. And here comes Brandner on the high side trying to take 4th away. So they're trying to move the 69 car back. He's going to have company behind him. I believe that's Casey Graves in the 01. Right behind Forstner. Hoytsma, Gidman, they're all together. Okay. I had all but Cliff Mullins, and I wasn't sure if he made all the starts or not, I think. But, yeah, good deal. trying to sort things out. Pearson still 5th. Hoytsma, Graves, Forstner, Blackley, Gidman 10th, and he's got the high side now. Nose gets cut off right there. Car got loose as soon as that air got taken off the nose of that 94 car. Right now, Forstner trying to hang on. He's 9th. He was up to 3rd about 4 laps ago. They're 2 wide behind this. That was the 81 of Gagliano and the 21 of Boyd. And right behind that, Michael Larch in the 4 was right next to it, almost door to door with Ross Cato. Now they're 3 wide with Boyd in the middle. Cato working way high, and he should have a lot of momentum. He'll clear Larch pretty easily, and he's going to have a big run up the front stretch. I think that's on the 69 of Forstner. Dips back to the high side, wants to run on the outside of the racetrack. Getting close to green flag pit stops. 19 to 20 laps. It's about 19.8, and if you saved anything, you can get to 20, but you got to be on pit road during lap 20. This is a lot of cars right here. Gidman to 7th, and it is just a wad. 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 15th. They are just in a mess right here. It will start to spread out a little as we go through pit stops. How fast guys get on and off pit road, what kind of stops they make, if they take 2 tires, no tires. I feel like you got to do a 2-2-4 or a 4-2-2, personally. So we gave them 2 full sets extra. As Kobe Stidham now starting to reel Trevor Williams back in. We may see pit stops next lap. Casey Graves with a slide job on Thomas Brandner. He went in right on the white line. Car wouldn't keep the bottom, and he slid right across the nose of the 24. That was for 5th place. And then brushes the fence out of 2. We'll see. We're going to keep it up front here. Williams still hanging on to the lead, and he drops to the bottom for the first time in a while. I think he's got to be getting ready to go to pit road. Yeah, he is going to back it down, jump on the binders. And our first driver to head to pit road will be your leader, the 1 car of Trevor Williams. Thomas Brandner, Galen Gidman in as well. So is Matt Blackley, as they are all in a group. Get it all sorted out. We're going to watch Blackley head for his pit stall. This next time around, I almost guarantee Daniel Wallen is also on pit road. There goes Trevor Williams already off. Gidman, and he's trying to get out before Blackley. Kobe Stidham and company. Here we go. Here's a big wad of cars coming in. Hoytsma, Mullins, Graves, Dalton Keys. Wow. Pearson, Larch, Forstner, Kamba, Everett, and Boyd are all in as well. Daniel Llewellyn still on pit road. He might have gotten a speeding penalty coming in. Trevor Williams out in front of everybody, back to the point. Right now he's waiting for Ross Cato to pit, and here they come. Cato, Gagliano, Newell, all coming in. And that should cycle Trevor Williams back to the lead. Now he pitted before everybody else. Stidham and Hoytsma slotted out right in front of Gidman and Blackley. We'll see what kind of strategies are going to play out here. Okay, Ross Cato rolling out. Trevor Williams just went by him. There comes the rest of the field by. Williams 2.4 seconds ahead of Lucas Hoytsma. Then it's Stidham, Gidman, Blackley, Brandner, Mullins, Graves, Hayes, and Cato through the top 10 as Cato got out right in front of Michael Larch right there. And Larch with the momentum will squeeze on by, make him 10th. Cato 11th. Mike Forstner got out 12th. Then Newell, Pearson, Spalding, Stillwell, Kamba, Boyd, and Gagliano back through 19th. Michael Everett still on pit road. Actually just rolled in and stopped. I'm not sure what is going on. And then Daniel Llewellyn made it back out, but Llewellyn is a couple of laps down. Greg Smith, 7 laps down. He is going to be on a little different strategy than a lot of these guys because of the incident and the damage that he had. Going to be a long night for the 6 car. Gap shrinking just a little bit. Couple of tenths that lap. 40-37, 40-16 for the front two, 40-20 for third place. And then that wad of cars got back together. Looks like Cliff Mullins is going to try to get around Brandon. He got a little bit of a bump right there before he turned into turn 3 from the 0-1 of Casey Graves. It looked like contact. It may not have been, but it was awfully close. I wouldn't have wanted to be standing there. Thomas Brandner trying to fend off Casey Graves. That's Dalton Hayes. Right there with those two. It's inside the top 10. Here's 10th place Michael Larch. And Ross Cato is staying about 2 car lengths in back of the 4 car. Trevor Williams, meanwhile, well, his lost 0.7 of a second since the rest of the field pitted. And that gap is slowly shrinking. Hoytsma, Stidham, Gidman, and Blackley rounding out that top 5. Then Cliff Mullins, and then that group we were watching with Brandner, Graves, Hayes. Larch and Cato. Mike Forstner still 12th. Pretty healthy gap in front of him. Newell's trying to reel him in. Haven't been able to do it just yet. Then Pearson, who ran in the top 5 for the first stint of this thing until the last couple of laps. He is 14th. Kevin Spalding. Tyler Stillwell, that's 16th place. Ryan Kamba. Garrett Boyd. Boyd was up battling in the top half dozen. And after pit stops, he is quite a ways back. And Gagliano, the last car on the lead lap. He is 19.5 seconds behind that guy right there. Williams drove it to the front. He's been out front the vast majority of the 28 laps we have run. Cliff Mullins out of 2, going to pull alongside. Can he side draft that 43 car? No, it don't look like it. He's trying. He's trying real hard to get there. While they're still riding around green, huge shout out everybody that helps us be on the air and everybody that helps bring these series to you. We get to stay on the air because of great people like simrapmarket.com, Premier Setup Shop, All-Star Graphics. And all these races get brought to you by all of the series sponsors. King's Roadhouse and Midwest Barbecue on Monday nights. And True Southern Florida Living and BeefO'Brady's on Tuesday nights. And then both nights, Scott King Designs, Digital Sim Sports Network, Dirt Racing Network. Everybody's that's helping out. Edmund Trophy. Otherwise, we wouldn't get to bring you all this great racing. And it is good racing. It's under a second now, or right at a second. You can see right there, Hoytsma, Stidham, Gidman, Blacklink, Cliff Mullins dipped way down to the very bottom of the racetrack right there. And it did not improve his distance between cars whatsoever. A little blinky. Let's go back here. Michael Larch and then Mike Forstner. Forstner battled in the top three. Tried to take the lead with a 2-for-1 at one point. And now he is back riding around in 12, just waiting for the next set of pit stops so that he can get some fresh shoes on that 69 car and maybe try to make a run back towards the front. Told me his goal was a top 3 tonight. We got a long ways to go. We're only 1/3 of the way through this thing. And that gap is shrinking. Coming up on the lap car, I think that is going to be Michael Everett. Everett is already a couple of laps down. Lap in about 3/4 because he is right there going into turn 1. So he's about a lap and 7/8 down to these guys. No change in the top 5 since we cycled through pit stops. It looks like Thomas Branner is going to take a look. Or I'm sorry, that was Dalton Hayes taking a look at Casey Graves right there. And Hayes will go by. We're not halfway yet, and usually business starts to pick up once we get past halfway. Galen Gidman is making a move on Lucas Hoytsma right here. That'll be for the 3rd spot as Kobe Stidham got around him just last lap. Cliff Mullins is trying to throw his hat in the top 3 ring here. Kidman into turn 3, and he clears the 46 of Hoytsma. Hoytsma's just going to cross him right over, and now it'll be a race down to turn number 1. There goes your leader. Trevor Williams back to pit road. We'll pull off of this battle because that'll put Stidham out front. Hoytsma 2nd, Gidman 3rd. We'll go see what Mr. Williams is going to do on his pit stop. Car is up on the right side. That's up on the left side. So a 4-tire change just before we get to halfway. And Williams will come out. So we'll see the next group. They're going to make about 3 or 4 more laps, I feel like, before they have to pit. Being out front, you do use a little more fuel. And they will come around and put a lap on the 1 car. He's going to slot in here right around 4th or 5th. Oh, contact. Everybody keeps them facing forward. Branner went off in the grass to miss that. That might have enough damage. And I'd like to go back and look at that again, but I cannot find the contact point. Let's go back here, and we are going to move up, and we are going to find Michael Everett. I want to watch when this happens. I might be a lap too soon. Yeah, here we go. Now we're going to see. Up the back street. Wow. Yeah, you try to go to the outside, and it looks like Everett may not have known he was on that corner right there. Now Stidham's car hurt pretty good. Stillwell's on pit road. But Cliff Mullins has the lead. Hoytsma, Hayes, Blackley, Graves, Cato. Here comes Gidman to pit road now. Cliff Mullins. Going to hang on to the lead. We're going to watch this pit stop and see. There goes Wrights. He's probably doing a 4-tire stop here. Yeah, 4-tire stop. We'll see if these guys are coming in at the front now. Doesn't look like it. Looks like we're going another lap with your top two for sure. Dalton Hayes in the third. Blackley, Cato fifth. Graves sixth. Larch, Stidham, Thomas Brander dipped off. Pearson is ninth. Forstner 10th. And Newell 11th as we get to the drivers that have already been or are coming off of pit road here. And there goes the 24 machine. All 4 tires for him going back to Cliff Mullins and company. We're going to see. And they're going to go around again. Dalton Hayes, Ross Cato, Matt Blackley dipped off. He'll head for pit road. Kobe Stidham in behind him. Right side of that car scuffed and bent a little bit. I feel like that's got to push the splitter up. He's probably got a little bit of damage there that is affecting that car. See if they can get the wrinkles out. Garrett Boyd on pit road, slides into his pit stall. Blackley rolling away. Kevin Spaulding getting service. Here comes Lucas Hoytsma. Cliff Mullins. Dalton Hayes all together. Casey Graves as well. Ross Cato stayed out. He'll get a lap lead. I feel like he stayed out the last time until the very, very last car, and he was 11th or 12th when he came out. Hoytsma just now getting to his stall. Larch will be one of the last to hit his pit stall. Most of the field in right now. It's Cato and Newell. Drivers heading out. Graves picked up some spots. Here comes Ross Cato coming in. Right behind Gagliano. And that'll put Newell with a chance to lead a lap. I guess he's got enough fuel to get around. Man, some of these guys are doing a real good job of stretching these out. Trevor Williams back on track. He scored a third. He'll be second here momentarily. And when Newell goes back in, Williams will have the lead. Cato. Right side's on. There goes Llewellyn, the 23. Back onto the racetrack. There went Trevor Williams past to take the lead, and it looks like a right side only stop for the 12 car. Galen Gidman in and out. He'll be second. He is about 5.5 seconds behind Williams. Then Hoytsma about 3 seconds behind that. Graves is right behind that. And then there's Thomas Brander. They will be the top 5 as Newell finally on to pit road. Got his lap slid. Took the 22 car right into his pit stop. Here comes Williams to reassume the lead. And Gidman a little ways behind that. We know Gidman put on 4. So he's second, 5 seconds behind, and then Hoytsma is another 2 seconds behind that. Working on the 23 of Newell right here. Or Llewellyn, I'm sorry, that's Llewellyn. The 23, not the 22. 3 laps down. Nearly 3 laps down. Right in behind, man. Close right there. Casey Graves is now 4th. Brander, Blackley, Mullins, Hayes. Cato up to 9th. Larch is 10th. Pearson, Forstner, Boyd. Newell is 14th. Tyler Stillwell 15th. Kevin Spaulding 16th. That's the last cars on the lead lap. As Camba is your first one off the lead lap. He's your lucky dog if you catch a caution. But Trevor Williams just got around him, and now Kobe Stidham, 19th, and he's a lap down. He'll unlap himself. Actually, he was 2 laps down, and he will get back to 1 lap down. I don't know how he must have got a penalty that we didn't see. That's all I can come up with. Maybe we can find out. But Trevor Williams out front, cruising 3.5 seconds on Gidman. Hoytsma, Brander, Blackley still the top 5. Green flag pit stops always seem to separate the cars. Williams still in between. Stidham just got around, and Camba is right behind. Ryan Camba, scheduled to start on the front row, took an EOL, and he's running 17th right now. He is right there, right behind the leader. There's Gidman. Gidman's getting reeled in because Hoytsman now is there. He's got the lap car of Daniel Llewellyn. They were kind of drafting a little bit together. They were within a couple of car lengths of one another. And Hoytsman's just fast. He is very fast, very smooth. He is going to make the pass on the 94 right now. Couple of laps difference on tires. And it's just a 10th or 2. But it's a long ways. Matt Blackley got around Thomas Brander for 4th while we were watching that up there. That was last lap. Brander still in 5th. Let's go check on Michael Larch. Michael Larch is 10th. 13.5 seconds off of the leader right now. Man, that car just looks loose. The right rear, it is stepping out all over the place. The gap is 1.2 seconds now from Williams to Hoytsma. 40 laps. One more full fuel run. But I think everybody's on a two-stop from here. You're going to have to splash because everybody's going to be a couple of laps shy of making it, I think. This guy might be about 6 or 7 laps shy. I think Gidman's 2 or 3 laps shy. Casey Graves hitting pit road. In and out, splash and go for the 01 car. Trevor Williams has been nothing but fast since we dropped the green flag. He has led the vast majority of this race, I am sure. He has led upwards of 40 laps right now. But he's got one of the best in the business. Reeling him, and Casey Graves got out right in front of the leader. And Williams ain't going to waste any time. He is just going to go right up, pull alongside. Hoytsma drops to the bottom. They're not going to be 3 wide. Graves will have the upper hand and get away from the 1, but that will slow the 1 down just enough. He'll get alongside. And can he take the lead? And Lucas Hoytsma will go back to the point. Cliff Mullins and Dalton Hayes now in the top 5 as Hayes worked around the outside of both Brandner and Blackley, and he puts himself back in the top 5. Right behind Cliff Mullins. That'll be for 4th. These guys about 2.3 seconds behind 3rd place Galen Gidman. And Gidman goes back around Llewellyn. Trevor Williams already back to pit road. If he goes a full fuel run from here, he will have 1 full fuel run left to make it to the end. If he can make it to lap 72, 73, he is in the window. Hoytsma is going to run probably 6 to 7, maybe even 8 more laps before he pits. Now, he's out front. He's pulling all the air. So I don't know if that's going to work for him or not. So you see Galen Gidman work around the outside of the 204 of Ryan Kamba, and Daniel Llewellyn is trying to work around there with him. It's 2.2 seconds. Hoytsma to Gidman, and then is about the same distance, 2.2, 2.1, and back to Mullins. Mullins has got Hayes in tow. Blackley got around Brandner, and here comes Ross Cato. Cato right behind Brandner, trying to use the draft, trying to stay half to 3/4 throttle, get pulled around the racetrack. He's trying to get to about lap 61, 62, and then he'll be in the window with 1 more stop to make it. He could make it interesting. One of the more thoughtful and technical drivers on the circuit. Hoytsma is raw speed. He just goes fast, and he goes fast everywhere we go. 2.7 seconds the gap now. And it's about 1.7 from Gidman to Mullins and Hayes. Lap car in between. That's Tyler Stillwell there in the 16, Ryan Kamba in the 204. Between Gidman, Mullins, Hayes, Blackley, Cato, and company. Let's look a little further back because Michael Larch now is up to 8th. Stephen Pearson and Mike Forstner, 9th and 10th. Garrett Boyd is 11th. And he's got Newell kind of in tow. They're trying to use a little draft, it looks like, but they're not staying in line with one another. Galen Gidman on pit road. He and Thomas Brander come in together. Gidman rolling away. 32 laps shy, so he'll make one more stop. He will get out before he goes a lap down. It'll be close. Hoytsma can see him. Gidman is up on the backstretch. Right here. There's Lucas Hoytsma. I think Gidman will get up to speed. There goes Ryan Camba, the Cambinator, on pit road. Right side tires going on that Hams Bear number 204. Right sides only. Here comes Casey Graves to pass for 12th. We're going to watch Hoytsma a little bit here. He's going to pit in the next couple of laps. Has to. Went on a streak, and then the streak came to an end, and he's been well. He does fine. He just is not winning races. Won round 7, 8, and 9. Gidman won round 10, and now we're going to see. Was dominating at Road America, ran himself out of fuel. Or that might have been 4 in a row for the 46 car. Mullins now second, and Cliff Mullins is 5 full seconds behind, and he is in a hornet's nest. Drivers coming off pit road, drivers that haven't been on pit road in quite a while, and a car behind him that looks pretty sporty as they head for pit road. Nose to tail for the 47 and the 44. Lucas Hoytsma now on pit road. Here comes Michael Larch, Stephen Pearson as well. Kevin Spaulding is about to roll off a pit road. They got everything done with that car. Ross Cato will be your new leader. Cato went from the outside to the inside because Blackley went from the inside to the outside. And I think that's a signal that Mr. Cato is coming in for service. And yes, he is. As late as he could possibly get to pit road, he did. He'll get it woe down. That will put Newell in a position to take the lead again. Jeremy Newell. Will now go to the point. He will probably come in next lap. There's Hoytsma. And there's Graves. Those two are separated by about 3 seconds. Trevor Williams is third when Clapper Newell pits. And then Galen Gidman. Gidman just coming off pit road a few laps ago. He's got Dalton Hayes behind him now. Hayes got away from Mullins after the pit stops, cleared him by about 1 second. Getting back on the racetrack. Thomas Brander hounding the bumper of the 44. He'll go to the outside. That'll be a pass for 7th place. Give it to Brander. Mullins just went around the outside of Ross Cato. Or actually, that was Matt Blackley. I'm sorry, wrong car. 43, not 44. Went around Cato right there. Here comes what looks like Michael Everett. Newell is out. He's headed in now. There comes the 22. And here comes Hoytsma. Hoytsma, Graves, Williams, Gidman, and Brandner will be the top 5. Blackley in 6th, and those 3 drivers are together right there. And Gidman, I think, did a no tire or 2 tire stop on his last run. He's going to bank on the 4 tires, being able to make up all the time when the other guys maybe don't have tires left. Got to get to about 8 more laps, and then you'll be in the window to make it to the end. 18 or less to go, and you're good. Here comes Thomas Brandner around Trevor Williams. He's got Matt Blackley with him. We've seen the 24 and the 43 close together for quite a few laps here through the middle of this. Blackley went to the bottom. Got the car to rotate, and he'll get off of turn 2. Man, he passed Williams and passed Brandner right there. Cliff Mullins now going around Gidman, and looks like Hayes is going to try to do the same. Ross Cato just behind these guys, and then Michael Larch is 10th. Larch is 15.8 seconds away from your leader. The last pit stop is going to be what does it. We're going to see a bunch of guys come back together at the front of this thing, and it is going to be a dogfight unless somebody makes a mistake getting on or off pit road. We have not had a single caution tonight. We've had contact a couple of times, but not a single caution. Hoytsman just got around Spalding. Spalding 15th, and now the first car not on the lead lap. And that's Dean Gagliano in the 81 right in front of him. Gagliano already a couple of laps down. About to be 2. Blackley is a 2 1/4 a lap faster than Hoytsma. That time a full 2nd faster. Brandner right in that bracket as well in 3rd. It's all going to change after the next set of pit stops, which is going to be something in the next 4 to 6 laps for most of these guys. You got to get it under 18. You got to get it under 19, but you want it at least 18 or less. Hoytsman now to the bumper of the 81. Gagliano 18th currently. I'll tell you what, Blackley is coming. He has been a 2nd to a 2 1/4 faster for the last handful of laps here, and he is within about 20 car lengths. It's a half second. When you're getting around here at 200 miles an hour, 197 as they turned it off into turn number 3. Hoytsma around Gagliano. The gap shrinks to under 0.3 of a second, under a 1/4 second, down to 0.2 of a second. Blackley's car is just working. He is able to go to the bottom, wrap that yellow line, and the car is not getting loose. This time he was up a lane, and he still made the pass for the lead. So a change for the lead under green between drivers that were actually racing, not on pit stops. There goes Blackley, the bottom in 3 and 4. Man, that car is handling so good through there. And now he dives off, grabs the lead, and then immediately heads for pit road. I hope he didn't speed getting in there. Boy, that was close. That'll put Thomas Brandner now up to 2nd. He's got a pit. So does Hoytsma. There comes, is that Casey Graves coming off pit road? It is. Casey Graves just made his last stop. Garrett Boyd is on pit road. He just made his stop. He's rolling out. Here comes Blackley rolling out behind him. So now Hoytsma's going to be in a box. He's going to have to pit soon. And he's going to go this time, it looks like. And Branner's going to stay out at least one more lap. He'll get a lap lead, pick up a point. Right behind his teammate Kevin Spaulding in the 25 car. Hoytsma, Mullins, Williams, Gidman all on pit road together. And I don't know. We got to watch Hoytsma. What are they going to do? Are they going to put 4 on that car? And there goes Wrights. Lefts. Gidman getting 4 as well. Mullins already rolling. Forstner just stopping in his box. What's he going to get? Trevor Williams just went by. Williams is going to get out in front of Gidman, but not by much. Pearson in. Here comes Spaulding to his stall. Brandner, then Cato, and that's 8.3 seconds. Brenner way up high around the outside trying to get around Gagliano. How many laps before the 24 car has to go in? Brandner, Cato, Larch, Newell. The last cars to pit in this final stint here. Tell you, this guy right here got out, and somehow he got out about 5 seconds ahead of Hoytsma. .40 laps. Let's see what Hoytsma turns in. Yeah, 38.30. So Hoytsma on 4 tires. Crazy fast right now. There's Graves, Mullins, Hayes, Williams, and Gidman. Brenner, Larch, and Cato are side by side again. We saw this earlier tonight. The 4 and the 12, and oh, Ross Cato with a big slide. That might entice him to go to pit road and get tires. Brandner once again staying out. He's getting pretty good fuel mileage on this run. I think he's trying to pray for a caution so he can go in and get fresh tires when most of the rest of these guys have already got theirs on and got laps on them. Ross Cato did take off and go to pit road after that slide out of turn 2. So we'll see if Ross had 4 left. I see somebody else just rolled out. Kobe Stidham on pit road as well. Haven't said much about Stidham. Couple 2-3 laps off of, and there was no way he got 4 tires. Here comes Thomas Branner onto pit road. So Michael Larch will go by, and he'll pick up the lead. Newell is still out. And there's what will be your leader. Got around Blackley just now. We just missed that pass. Once the pit cycle ends, that'll be your leader, and he is going to have a pretty good gap on a lot of these guys. Branner just now rolling out. He'll keep falling backwards through, but he'll have fresh tires for those last 13 laps. He might be able to catch and pass a handful of these guys. That is going to be Hayes that is going to go by right here. Hayes is going to be about 5th in the order. Branner, then Gidman. Gidman just went around Williams. Michael Larch still on track. He's got to be getting ready to go here. Not this lap. Too wide out of turn 4. .9 to Newell, and then it's another 9 seconds back to Hoytsma. So Matt Blackley still right behind. He's not right behind. He's about 3 seconds behind Lucas Hoytsma. Graves is reeling him in pretty quickly, though. It's a gap to Mullins and Hayes. And then here's your battle. Gidman, Williams, and Brandner. Be about 6th, 7th, 8th after Larch and Newell finally hit pit road. We're inside 10 to go now. Here comes Michael Larch. He's staying on the bottom. That car slowing down and getting ready to head for pit road. So the leader with 9 to go on pit road should just be a splash and go. Newell is he'll have a couple more laps. He has had about every run. A couple more laps. Could have almost parlayed all that into a 3-stop race, and he really would have been in control of this thing had he not had he gotten at least one more lap on 2 of those runs. He might have been able to get there. Hoytsma alongside Llewellyn. Llewellyn, 20th. 5 seconds off the lead right now, and the 22 will have to pit in the next few laps. There's your second place driver once the pit cycle completes. Casey Graves, steady Eddie. Just keeps trying to put it on the podium. He might lock it up and seal the deal tonight. No one might be able to catch him. It might just be a victory lap next week when we go to Homestead. There's Blackley, then Mullins, Hayes, Gidman, Williams right behind that, Brandner not far behind them, and then Ross Cato. Just a tiny bit in behind that. Michael Larch got on and off pit road. He will be 10th once Newell makes his pit stop. And Newell's staying out wide here. He is not coming to pit road just yet. It's 4.3 seconds. You can see him back there in turn 4. That was Hoytsma, along with a couple of the lap cars. It's Llewellyn, maybe Stidham was back there, or Greg Smith was back there, one or the other. .1 seconds. It's 0.6 of a second a lap. The 46 is faster than the 22. How many laps of fuel does the 22 have left in the tank? Stays out another lap. It'll be 6 to go. It's 3.8 seconds. That time, 0.4 of a second. Come around this time will be the wave lap, 5 to go. And Greg Smith and Daniel Llewellyn got past Lucas Hoytsma. This time, Llewellyn tight to the bottom. Yeah, he's coming in right here with the 5 to go. That means Hoytsma will take over the lead. At the wave lap, 5 to go. He'll have 5.7 seconds on Casey Graves. Cliff Mullins will shift up to 3rd, Blackley to 4th, and Gidman to 5th. Then Williams, Hayes, Brandner, Cato, and Larch will be the top 10 now. Forstner, 11th. 13, 14 cars on the lead lap, man. It's pretty good. They're spread out. It's 4 to go. Lucas Hoytsma looks like he is going to pick up win number 4 on the season. Casey Graves probably going to lock this thing up. All you'll have to do is show up next week, and he will be the back-to-back champion. For the Tuesday Night Stock Car Series. Cliff Mullins having a good run tonight. He is 3rd, and he's clear of Blackley by about, a second and a quarter. Galen Gidman trying to reel the 43 back in late in the going here. Just 3 laps to go. Got a good run through 2. What's he going to do with it? Yeah, he is going to pull out. He's going to try to go to the bottom right here. He goes right in the second lane, right past Blackley. And Trevor Williams is trying to follow him through. Two to go. Best battling on the track is right here. Top 3 pretty much on their own. Trevor Williams got around Blackley as well. Put him up to 5th. White flag this time for the 46 of Lucas Hoytsma. 6.1 seconds back to Casey Graves. And another 2.5 seconds back to Cliff Mullins. Hoytsma took the back row challenge. He's done it a couple, 3 times this season. And it only didn't pay off for him once back last week at Richmond. But it doesn't matter. Worst to first once again on Tuesday night. Lucas Hoytsma to victory lane. True Southern Florida Living Stock Car Series at Michigan. Graves 2nd, Mullins 3rd. And Galen Gidman going to come home 4th. Trevor Williams right behind him in the 5th spot. Blackley, Hayes, Cato, Brandner, and Larch will be the top 10. Mike Forstner with a good run. He's on the lead lap all night long. Comes home 11th. Pearson, Boyd, Newell. The remaining cars on the lead lap. Kevin Spaulding, the first car a lap down in 15th. Kemba, Stillwell, Gagliano, Llewellyn, Stidham, Everett, Smith, and Dave Hoytsma did not make the call, but he's credited with 23rd starting spot. So, all of the drivers for interviews are going to come out of one camp. They didn't look very good when they got into the room. But once the green flag fell, the True Speed guys really picked it up. Let's grab the driver that finished 3rd tonight and talk to him. Cliff Mullins, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, you weren't very impressed in the happy hour practice. I don't know what switch y'all flipped over there at True Speed, but 1, 2, 3 finish tonight here.
Yeah, man, it was crazy. I got to thank you, honestly. The setup that you guys put out turned me on to a couple of things that I could change, and I kind of hybrided 2 setups together, and it came alive when the green flag dropped. So that was pretty good. Just a lot of strategy, man. A lot of taking tires, when to take them, when not to take them, when to take 2. Fuel only. You know, it's a mixed bag of everything out there, and luckily I was able good enough to get up there in the top 3. So I mean, it was a pretty good day.
Yeah, it looked like there was a lot of going forward, going backwards, and like your teammate don't like you very much. I'm just gonna say
Yeah,
that.
I don't like him either.
But a lot of going forward, a lot of going backward. You were talking about the strategy deal, man. We saw guys all over the map, and you just kind of had to stay the course because this thing just felt like it was going to go green after we got about 10 laps into it, and you just kind of had to stay the course and just wait for your strategy to play back to you, didn't you?
Yeah, it was. It was a lot of times there where you would see guys that had taken 4 tires or had taken right side tires when I took left sides, just to know that those guys were going to be faster than I was, and that I was going to be able to get them back on the run after. It was a little bit wonky with it being 90 laps because we only had 20 laps of fuel, so you had to kind of short one of the stints there, and I happened to just think that if I took my lefts, filled it up, and then short pit that to throw the rights on there and then fill it up to the end was going to be the best way to do it. But I don't know, whatever Lucas did blew me out of the water. I know Casey had 4 there at the end, but yeah, they were. I mean, and apparently I am terrible at getting onto the pit road because Casey and Lucas both about ran me over. They were like, "You can go further than that." I'm like, last time I got a speeding penalty was at this track, so I'm a little bit, gun shy when it comes to pulling in the pits here.
I feel you there. Yeah, it's kind of tricky too because the tires are so old and worn out, and you don't want to slip and slide. And yeah, you got to carry a lot of momentum getting in there. But an awesome job tonight, man. And since that's kind of half of my setup, I would like a copy of that back if you don't mind. But give me some shout outs and some thank yous before I do let you go.
Yeah, I got to thank you and all the admins over here for putting this thing on. True Southern Florida Living, BeefOBradys, Edmonds Trophies, Scott King Design, Digital Sim Sports Network, Dirt Racing Network. Everybody that does this thing over here, man. So it's a great league to race in. Got to thank all the guys at True Speed, Low Drag, C2X, AC Racing Graphics for these paint schemes, Pinnacle Trailer Sales, Curly's Guns, Midnight Performance, Low Time Motors, and my wife Alicia and my kids Jaron and Emily for cheering me on and letting me do this thing.
All right, man. Congrats on the run, and I will chat with you very soon, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Cliff Mullins finishes third here tonight, right behind his teammate. And once I think I upload the points, it may just be a victory lap next week at Miami Homestead for this guy. But Casey Graves, not very good in practice, pretty darn good in the race tonight.
Yeah, luckily Lucas was like, every set I tried, I just did. I felt like, what's the childhood story? Is it the Princess
Tortoise
and
the Hare?
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, Princess and the Pea.
Princess and the Pea, where you're sitting on all the mattresses, and these all suck. And Lucas sent me just the right mattress to run on tonight. Like at the last minute, I asked him, like, "What are you running?" He's like, "Oh, I just took my setup from Chicagoland and tweaked it." I'm like, "Oh, whatever, I'll try it." He did a good job. It worked. He got the win though. A little bit better on tires in the middle of the race, but yeah, I'll take it. P2. Wish I could have got the win, but fortunately not tonight.
Long run, 90 laps, and you only get about 20 laps of fuel, so that puts you in a really weird spot where it may be one that's a gas and go, or you got to short pit something, and all the crazy strategies. You were passing cars, getting passed by cars. It's just a matter of making the right call at the right moment, isn't it?
Oh yeah. And honestly, like, you get hindsight after the race. Like I think I was one of the only ones that did 2 in the middle of the race and then put 2 on. Like I short pitted, put 2 on again. I know Cliff and a couple other guys in our channels did that after I had done it. It worked out pretty good for them, but I took rights, and then I should have took a little bit less fuel because I was sitting there waiting on a second can. I mean, I don't think it would have made or broke my race. It just, little things like that, you kind of look back like, damn, if I would have done that a little bit different, maybe the outcome's better. But I can't complain with P2.
Well, an awesome job, man. Going to come home with the P2. Going to pretty much put a stranglehold on this. I think one driver may have some kind of weird outside chance at you, but you probably eliminated the rest of the field. Miami Homestead, just ride around and take the accolades, or are we going to come in with a full load and a big barrel to shoot it all out of?
I don't know. honestly, it's not my best track, so I'll try to do my best. I don't really expect anything next week. Just kind of go out and do what I can get.
All right, man. Awesome job. Shout outs, thank yous before we let you get out of here.
Yep. You, of course, always for putting this thing on and letting us run and have fun over here. True Southern Florida Living for being the title sponsor this whole season. BeefOBradys, Edmund Trophy, Scott King Designs. No Scott tonight. Maybe he's back bowling.
No, he is on daddy duty. And the fair's getting ready to start up there, and that's his business.
Oh, yeah. No, you know what? I had talked to Scott. Yeah, he said he was going to be pretty busy month, the fair and a IndyCar and all that. Yeah, and then, of course, you, like I said, putting this thing on, broadcasting, doing everything you do, and then all the admins here, Larry, Mike, Scott, Garrett. We'll see what you can do. Unfortunately, I mean, we talked about it, but this will be my last one, probably for a while, unless I get a few nights off during the week on the Tuesdays. So go out a champion and let somebody else have a shot at it next year.
Before you come back, right?
Well, yeah. We'll see.
We'll see. All right, man. Well, great
I'm
run.
probably going to be stuck not having Tuesdays for a while.
It's all good. Great run tonight, man. I will look forward to seeing you wrap things up next week over at Homestead. Thanks for chatting with me.
Yep. Thank you.
Second place, Casey Graves tonight. That'll pretty much put the stranglehold on the championship. And if this guy would have made the whole season, I think it would have been a little bit different name at the top of this thing, because that is win number 4 for Lucas Hoytsma. And, the back road challenge just ain't enough for you, sir.
Yeah, we were quick tonight. I was dicing through the field at the start of the race. A lot of room here to work with, so didn't have to sit in dirty air or anything. Just picked them off one by one. The pit strategy was super fun this race. I kind of just saved my tires for the end. That seemed to work out the best. And I came in. I think it was about a half hour left in practice. Took my Charlotte car, made a few tweaks on it, and ripping. So. Just a pretty perfect night for the 46 camp.
Yeah, it didn't look like you missed a lick. Your tire strategy worked out to perfection. You were able to run down anybody that got out in front of you, because Trevor Williams was out in front for quite a while. Were you kind of just trying to save a little bit, letting him get out there?
Yeah, he was on kind of a early strategy, short pit strategy, I guess, pitting right as the window would open every time. And It got him out front for a lot of the race, and I think if a caution landed at the right time for him, it would have worked out. But, we were just I know in these cars it's pretty important to wait as long as you can to take the tires, because usually it pays off later in the run. It gets a little trickier when you got to take fuel only on some of the stops, but I was pretty confident that would work. But he was quick. There were several quick guys here, I think, just maybe got off strategy. I think a caution at the end would have completely changed things, especially with some guys taking their tires later. So, yeah, I got lucky it went green.
Well, an awesome job. Win number 4, like I said before. Man, we got one to go at Homestead. How are you there?
I love Homestead. Homestead
of course
doesn't
you
love
do.
me, though, so I usually end up getting in the wall or something at Miami, so we'll see.
Well, we'll just have to see what happens next week, man. Some shout-outs, some thank yous before I do let you get out of here tonight.
Yeah, just big shout-out to the guys who make this happen. True Southern Florida Living, BeefOBradys, Edmund Trophy and Awards, Scott King Designs, Digital Sim Sports Network, and all the admins and everybody for racing. Price Chopper, KCP, what they did in Nashville tonight. So, but appreciate everybody racing, everybody who puts this thing on.
All right, man. Congrats on the win. I'll see you next week to close the season out at Miami.
Thanks, Roger.
Lucas Hoytsma, win number 4 on the season. He is just good. I mean, very smooth, very, very consistent, and makes the right call, it seems like, every time on pit road. So, awesome job for him tonight. Awesome job by everybody. No cautions. 90 laps. 13 cars. 14 cars on the lead lap at the end of it. So very, very good racing. A lot of passes were made. Guys that came from the back. Hoytsma came from the back. Graves came from the back. Gidman came from the back. So, you know, 3 of your top 4 started 18th or worse. And still made it to the front. So that is a testament to how good these guys really are. Tomorrow night, Midwest Truck Series heads for Circuit of the Americas road course racing. Tune in about 8:45 Eastern. We'll be live. And then on Thursday night, the FUN Road to Pro Series Cup cars. That is an 8 o'clock Eastern start. So tune in just a few minutes before then, and you'll get to see the whole week's worth of racing. And then we'll do it all again next week. I want to thank you guys for being here. Without you, there's no reason to do this. And without all the awesome leagues that give us great racing night in and night out, there is nothing to cover and bring to you. So a high five and a pat on the back to everybody for all of that. Till we see you again, peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side facing down at all times.